The house next door to Mr. Grump looked just like his from the outside, and had a garden just the same size. But oh, what a difference! There were flowers growing everywhere, even up the walls, and lots of pretty shrubs and pot plants, and in the summer the whole place was a wild scatter of colours, reds and blues and greens and violets and orange and yellow and gold. And at the back was a vegetable garden, where peas and beans and lettuces and currant bushes and strawberries and raspberries all grew in great clumps, all mixed up together. The young lady who lived in this house was called Lily Jingle, and all she used to do all day long was sing. She had a lovely voice, and also used to play on the guitar, and during spring and summer she would be in the garden when it wasn't raining, and even sometimes when it was, singing sweet songs in her sweet voice while she was tending her garden. Mr. Grump was a bit fond of Lily Jingle, though he wouldn't ever have said so. He was far too shy. And in fact, when he talked about her to the people whose windows he was cleaning, he would do nothing but complain about her. "That Lily Jingle," he'd say. "She'll come a cropper one of these days, you'll mark my words. She never does any work, just wanders about that garden all day singing. What'll happen to her when winter comes, eh? She won't feel so much like singing then, will she?" Lily Jingle always used to smile at Mr. Grump if she saw him over the garden fence, but Mr. Grump would try not to notice. And it didn't happen very often, because Mr. Grump wasn't often outside. There's not much to do in a concrete garden, after all. Of course, Lily Jingle was never lonely. All sorts of rather gorgeous young men used to come by and listen to her singing, and some of them would join in, and they would sit together in the sun, eating Lily's strawberries and drinking her homemade blackberry wine. She asked Mr. Grump to come in once or twice, but he was always too busy, so he said. He hadn't got time to sit around in a garden looking at flowers and singing and drinking blackberry wine. He had too many windows to clean. Well, of course, the summer ended, as all summers do, and the leaves started to fall, and the first cold winds started to blow, and Lily Jingle's garden began to look a bit dreary with all the fruit and flowers gone, and the greens turning brown and brittle, and her windows were very dirty. "I'd clean 'em for her if she asked," said Mr. Grump to himself. "She don't seem to care." His concrete garden always looked exactly the same, of course, whatever time of year it was. Christmas came and went. Mr. Grump heard Lily Jingle singing carols to her guitar. There weren't many gorgeous young men courting her once the ice and snow began making the roads treacherous. They were worried about having accidents to their snappy super sports cars.